Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. What I love more is some Dota. Can we get into some NA Dota, please?
Yeah, we can.
Instead?
We've got Felt versus Wildcard. Listen.
We had NA Fashion.
We did. We certainly did. Thing is, Wildcard, last time we saw them, I was bragging on, saying this new roster, it's going to, make waves in NA. They're going to have a great time. Then they ended up losing. Now they're up against Felt, which is arguably an easier team going into this matchup. I don't know, Lizard, like looking at these drafts, do you favor Wildcard? Do you favor Felt?
The drafts are interesting. Like I can see both teams having ways of taking control in the mid game and winning the game. Obviously on different timings, like Morphling perhaps goes a bit later, takes a bit more time, but overall, like you have Brood to do quite well versus the Furion, right, versus the Prophet. But then in the mid game, Pango can defend against the Brood for a really long time. And the Prophet can rotate top with the Beastmaster, take objectives, whatever. But if the Brood has too good of a time, like suddenly you have Brood and Storm versus a Prophet, like this guy isn't gonna have a good time at all. Like you can storm him and dazzle very easily. So we'll see.
I see what you did there. Storm him. Very, very funny, Lizard. Very good.
Bro, like my puns are on fire. Like, that wasn't intended.
I'm sure Lacoste is somewhere right now just feeling very, very jealous.
You know, like every day before I come to work, I write to Lacoste. I'm like, Lacoste, can you help a brother out? Like, you're Croatian, I'm Bosnian. I know there's a little bit of animosity between the countries.
A little bit of tension.
Bit of tension, but me and him, we're like bros, you know. Can you help me with some puns? Then he gives me the worst ones.
Yeah.
What can you do?
I mean, that guy, he can come up with a banger anytime he wants. It's
Exactly.
absolutely incredible. Still.
It's just natural. You know, some people are born that way. I'm not. What can you do?
Oh, I mean, you're born very handsome, Lizard. It must be a
not.
shame. Nevertheless, let's talk about the mid lane. We've got some NA Dota here, Lizard. Alone versus Kid, Storm versus Pango. What hero are you favoring in this mid matchup?
I have absolutely no idea. Like, I think that Pango and Storm should do fine here. Pango can farm up. Storm might be pressuring him a bit more early on. Like, you're somewhat of a melee as Pango, right? Like, versus a Storm. So you're going to be eating a lot of right clicks from him. A lot of remnants will be connecting. Meanwhile, as a Pango, you can always keep distance with Swashbuckle, with Shield Crash. It's all about the rotations early on.
What about those side lanes? Like top lane, you've got the Morph, Yawa, Sammy. They're going to be up against Fade. And of course, I always forget the name of this Rubik player, this POS4 player. Solji.
Solja boy.
I always forget. I apologize, Solji. Solji and
I mean,
of course
there's
Fade.
nothing to apologize. He has 2 X's Vociferate 2017.
Yes, I understand.
That's how you should call him. Like, why are we to suffer from all these players that do not put their nicknames in?
Oh, we get paid to suffer. That's why, Lizard. That's why. What about this top lane, though? Like, what are you thinking? Should the Beastmaster Rubik have a good time, or
No, wait. I digress. If you put a nickname, I'm gonna call you by that nickname, and that's it. That's the way it works. This isn't Sammy for me. This is Samson. He wants to be called that way.
Yeah, but he doesn't get the... I mean, Sammy Boy just has a ring to it. Sammy, speaking of the devil, taking a fair bit of harassment here from our Rubik.
Yeah.
Solji really giving it to him.
If he had tossed there, he could have tossed him on the Morphling under the tower, but obviously only level 2.
Yeah.
No such thing.
But talk to me about the top lane. Like, do you feel like Yawa should have a decent time, or does Felt have a timing here?
Yeah, I don't think that Morphling plus Tiny are strong enough to deal with Beast plus Rubik, but it all comes down to the way they play the lane, obviously. So far, you can see that Beast is doing really damn well. He's 13-1 versus 8-1 of Morphling, but Morphling is getting a full wave under the tower. We'll see. Like, I think that Rubik and Beast are the stronger lane here.
Yeah. What about that bot lane? MSS and Lil Nick. They're going to be up against Hidden Mune and, of course, Albino Zebra.
Yeah, that's a weird one. Like, this lane, obviously Brood not the strongest until 6, but in this lane I feel that she's uncontested even before, and that's scary. Like, this lane is actually the scariest one. Rubik got really low top, but he'll survive. Bottom lane, now that we're talking about it, I'm not sure, we'll see, but I feel this will be a bloodbath very soon.
Yeah. While we're here, by the way, like while we're talking about Albino Zebra, are you one of those people that gets annoyed if Zebra is pronounced as Zebra? Does that annoy you? Does that just get under your skin?
You know it doesn't, because like in Bosnian it's the same word and we pronounce it zebra. So,
Oh, well, there you go.
yeah.
There's some people who do not like it when it's said as zebra. I don't like it either, to be frank. I think zebra sounds way better.
Who
but-
pronounced it? Which country pronounces it zebra?
See, it's a
What
debated
dialect?
topic in Australia. Because
okay.
half the people say zebra, half the people say zebra.
Half of the people that say it's zebra are probably like from Yugoslavia, you know, they just moved there during the war.
Speaking of the devil, we speak of him and he ends up dying. First blood to go the way of MSS.
Albino zebra. Or zebra, whichever is preferable to you.
Yeah. Well, he does go down. I mean, maybe we shouldn't talk too much about the guy because we've just jinxed him. That'll be first blood to go the way of the Disruptor. Not the biggest deal in the world, but obviously quite a nice little start here for MSS. Hope him get to those early brown boots. And great start overall for Wildcard.
Oh, it's an amazing start. Like you have a brood that's not being zoned out in the lane. Like they're obviously Prophet is still farming well, much better than the brood is, but you're not zoning Lil Nick out. He's getting farmed. He's getting levels. It's it doesn't look that way, but it's real danger zone down there at the moment.
Yeah. 0-1, 5 minutes in. Not too much action happening across the other lanes right now. Just both sides very comfortable farming. Seems like this top lane getting a little bit more challenging as time goes on. Like Fade's finding a bit too much CS here on the old Beastmaster. Helm of the Dominator almost up.
Yeah, I feel like both offlaners will get everything that they want to out of the lanes. And it all comes down to these level 6s on the mid lane, which did connect right now. Level 6.
Rolling
Storm.
Thunder. Oh, it's going to be cancelled off alone. Nice little Vortex. Avalanche there as well. And Kits just never gets the chance to pop the Rolling Thunder. Very nice rotations there from Wildcard. And that's what you love to see from the supports, right? Like, they recognize that the level 6 timing is coming on Pango. You kind of just said it as well. And immediately the supports are there.
Yep. Both of these on the mid lane. Like, even when you look at the CS, they were literally identical. So, you know that he's hitting level 6 the same time you are. You're calling your supports to help out.
Well, Soldier got quite lucky there that the power rune did not spawn at the top
and
root
the
spot.
glimpse.
Oh
my.
no.
Oh no.
It's every game you're... In fact, I played Disruptor today and I did that to somebody and I just felt terrible. I felt so bad. I was like,
mean
man.
you feel terrible? It's an amazing feeling. I love it.
No, it is an amazing feeling.
Stop acting nice now. Like, I know who you are. I hate Tinker. I hate glimpsing people. Come on, man.
I mean, if it was a Tinker, I'd have a great old time.
The bottom line, why we play this game is to make others suffer. It's not about the cool echoes or black holes. Like, it's to make people suffer. We enjoy it. We're sadists. That's what we are. It's fine.
There's a real
Just admit
sad
it.
truth in what you just said.
Just admit it.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. You're very accurate with what you're saying right now, Liz.
Just admit it. It's the way it is.
Oh. That's why I don't get when people say, "Oh, the community is too toxic." It's like, yes, yes, we are.
That's the game.
That's what Dota is. Anyway, moving on. 0-2 the way of Wildcard. 7 minutes in, it seems like they've had a fantastic start. Props to Yuwa. Like, we both talked about the top lane maybe being a bit of a rough affair for him, but 42-3 in terms of CS.
No, he's doing all right. Yeah.
Yeah?
They didn't zone him out. The rotations from the supports also didn't really work out that much. Mid lane, again,
Kits.
Glimpse.
Glimpse is there. Avalanche does connect. Vortex as well. They do kind of stack the stuns badly, though, so Kits does manage to get the Rolling Thunder off, but knocks him to the high ground. Still, they will at least find Sammy. Solji, in the meantime, still trying to play around with Alone, but you've got Albino Zebra also cutting in here, so Alone, well, he's got plenty of mana to work with, so he can always just zip away.
Yeah, I loved what he was doing there, like standing there on the cliffs so that Pango cannot approach him. No one could.
Yeah.
Overall, they do get that counter kill on Tiny. This time they had to punish that. Like, it's too obvious, right? Like, two supports rotating the way they are.
Glimpse back again. They're going to find Solji here. Sammy, he's around the corner. Avalanche barely going to connect, just on the tail end of things.
Maybe
Toss is
Storm
there
goes.
as well. Alone, he doesn't want to dive in. He'll leave them be as Sammy. Oh, Sammy's going to drop Alone.
MSS may be a little bit too thirsty here, right? Like, there's no reason. Like, Tiny was too far. So what happened there? What was the mistake? Mid lane, let's see this move.
Kits is quite low on mana. Doesn't have enough for Swash, but does stick charge up, so now he does. MSS, he'll glimpse back, but it's already too late. He's going to go down once again. And
yeah, they're feeding some crucial kills to the Spango. He's coming back. They're just making mistakes. It's as simple as that. The first mistake was Glimpse was happening. They miscommunicated with the Tiny. He was carrying Storm's bottle, so he was chasing Storm to give him the bottle that he refilled.
Yeah.
Instead of moving in for the kill on the Glimpse target. And then the second part is MSS, just doing some MSS stuff.
Well, I mean,
Happens.
why do you think they've been in the mid lane for so long? Like these two supports, they've just been here for what feels like forever, and now they're going to smoke up again together. I mean, you kind of pointed it out. Like, it does feel like they've died a couple too many times.
This Prophet is dead.
Should be alone. Gonna find him, and that'll be a very easy kill. Surely, is Lil Nick even gonna cut over here on the Broodmother? He'll just place a flag while he's at it. Like, yes, I'll die, but I'll put my own gravestone down before I go.
Like, the positioning where he is farming for me is kind of awkward. I think that he should be maybe pressuring top with the Beast at this point. Like, you are... bottom lane is just not safe at all. You have Storm Spirits against you, you have Disruptor. Like, you can never TP, hide in this crowd.
Oh, you are?
But, like, you're not killing him.
No, you're not. He's just gonna strength morph me just fine. Like you are. If you wanted to be really cheeky, you could have morphed into the Rubik and just fade bolted him. He won't bother doing that. We'll just back off. Still felt, in the meantime, at least with Fade, they will be able to start securing this top tier 1 tower.
Yep, they got it. Meanwhile, Brood on the bottom lane should kinda, at the same timing, take down the tier 1 tower. So both of these teams definitely understanding these 10-minute moves.
It's a very even game in that sense, isn't it? Like, both teams kind of just seem very well matched. Like 3-3, both tier 1s going at literally the exact same time. It's
Hey, broom handle, Storm. Forgot it.
What? Where is it?
Ancients.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh well.
I mean, it's one of those items. Like, who cares? But
Come on, man. There's 4 armor on that.
that's true. That's fair.
8 damage, 4 armor. Like, it's no joke.
I suppose little Nick could probably enjoy it.
He could. Yeah. He definitely
Oh,
would.
did he get? Oh, he got stunned by the neutral. Static Storm dropped. It's not going to matter anyway, or maybe it will. He is quite low, but no, he's fine to get out. They'll take down Kits and Albino Zebra. Well, he's going to try for the TP play away, but you've always got the glimpse back from MSS.
I'm so sad they didn't kill him, because I'd say if he had the broom handle there, he'd survive.
Yeah?
But yeah, he still lives.
Did he? Was I seeing things? Was it that damn Ogre Bruise that stunned him?
I think you're right. I saw that as well. I saw a stun on him. Was it an Ogre Bruiser even? Like, it was, right?
I don't know. We might be able to see a replay to see exactly what happened. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I do love the fact, like, that was one of the changes from Valve that I really appreciated, is when they actually started making the jungle a little bit more risky. You know, like these neutrals actually use their abilities. It's fun. It adds a bit more of a dynamic to Dota.
You like that?
I do. I'm not a carry player though, so you know, I don't care if the cores are upset. I like it.
I don't know. I dislike changes.
Here we go.
That's me.
Yeah, he did get stuck.
Yeah.
These Ogre Bruisers, man, they're ruthless.
They're ruthless. Game winning. Dazzle.
Gonna get caught out here.
Dazzle.
Okay, he puts his hand up, waves goodbye, knows he's gonna die eventually. Gonna buy out a little bit of time here with the shallow grave. Actually, he's healing up, making it very annoying for Alone.
Man, he didn't even... Like, he could have started running back, right? For some reason.
Yeah.
I mean, he'd still die, but anyway. Yeah. Interesting. And they instantly smoke. Like, Tiny and Storm are on fire. They know exactly that they have to be the ones moving across the map, making space until Brood connects to that mid lane.
Or Fade.
I don't... Beast is very close, though. This might backfire.
Hit Immune or Fade, though? Which one are you going for? Like, this is very risky. I don't think they saw Fade there on the Beastmaster. Still, they are going to move in. Hit Immune. He does get a hit and run going on him, but they do get the roar off. At the very least, onto the Storm, but the toss back from Sammy. Going to save for now. Still, Swashbuckle is there.
Oh, and the
Static Storm is going to be dropped to make sure the Rolling Thunder does not come out. Kits is still on the chase. Still Alone does get to the high ground, but Kits is chasing him down onto the low ground once again Alone, making it so hard to catch him. Now the Swash doesn't connect either.
Oh, Kits, you just got played. Oh, never mind.
Never mind. He does go down in the end. Swashbuckle going to be off the mark here from Yuar as well. Albino, he'll be chased down by Yuar. Sammy going to join in with the Avalanche, and eventually they'll at least find a Dazzle, but certainly a very nice kill here for the side of Phil.
Yeah, overall, they finally get rid of that pesky Storm, but if you're Wildcard, you're fine with it. You killed the Prophet again. Broodmother is completely dominating the enemy jungle, farming everything. Morphling just was a part of one kill, and I believe he got the neutral as well, so he literally has Lincolns already. 14 minutes in with power treads, top of the net worth charts. The game is good for Wildcard.
Oh, Solji. Very aggressive position from our Rubik. He's going to get picked off pretty easily there by Alone. Just assuming Alone was in the jungle somewhere, but that was not quite the case. Of course, it was 14 minutes in, so power runes were respawning. Well, here we go again. Tier 1 mid tower. Not going to last very long. Zip in. Albino Zebra has been spotted. Fade is around the corner, but he has Roar up in 5. So can't quite join in to try and secure a kill onto Alone this time around.
Yeah, this game is... Yeah, his friend went...
Oh, nice glimpse. That's a big target, Fade. He was having such a great game, but his net worth has slowly just been dropping. Still, he's not done yet. Lil Nick actually trapped up in the staircase now. Oh, so Kits is just going to control him up.
That's nice. Like, that's nice for a Felt, that is. Look, this game can go in one direction really fast, and that's Wildcard just dominating, winning in the next 5 minutes. I won't want to see that. I'd actually like to see it be at least a little bit competitive, because so far it hasn't been.
Yeah.
Storm and Tiny are just dominating across the map. Brood is doing whatever the hell he wants to. Lil Nick already with the Greaves. Meanwhile, from Felt, I didn't see... I mean, there wasn't a single move so far. They literally didn't do anything besides take the tier 1 on the top lane.
It's quite reactionary, right? Like, you got the tier 1, but then you sit back and you just wait for them to come to you.
But
and
that's their support duo. I think that's the biggest issue. Like, you have this Rubik and Dazzle. Meanwhile, on the other side, you have Tiny, Disruptor, and Storm that are just constantly making moves. I feel it's easier on Wildcard, right? Like, it's just easier on them.
It's definitely a bit rough. Like, you've got Dazzle Rubik.
Yeah, first you got Dazzle Rubik. Second, like, let's say you smoke up on Felt. Who are you going for? Like, who are you actually comfortable killing?
Yeah,
Morphling no longer. He's got Lincolns. Like, maybe you can, but it's not that easy. So much simpler. If you're Wildcard, if you smoke up 2 heroes, Storm and Tiny, you can kill off anyone on the map, basically, more or less.
Yeah, whereas the side of Felt, they're basically stuck to only targeting supports at the moment with this support duo. Like, even Lil Nick would probably just escape every time now that he has the Guardian Greaves up. He's not an easy target anymore in the Spider. We'll see what Felt can do. They're in the mid lane for now, trying to chip away at that tier 1 mid tower, keeping that Siege Creep alive for as long as humanly possible. But it is eventually going to go down. Still, the tier 1 tower is basically one hit away, so Deny probably going to come out here from MSS very soon.
They're saving. A Tiny is rotating from behind.
Oh, and they don't know he's there. They've got no vision of the high ground, so Soldier's just going to get caught out. Still a lot of damage being dealt to the way of the Storm, but at the end of the day, they are still going to find Soldier, and somehow Alone barely survives the Wrath of Nature damage.
What, did it not hit him? Was he in fog?
It hit. No, it definitely hit. It just wasn't enough damage.
Maybe he should have TP'd there as Prophet. Just get that kill, right? Like, at this point, you can't... They're just getting away with too much, with everything. But then again, if you're a Prophet, you TP and you die, I understand. It can be rough.
That's the thing. Hidden Immune probably has a little bit of a fear of dying right now, considering he's 1-2-0 right at the moment. Wildcard still being super aggressive, though. Look at this Radiant jungle. They'll just intercept.
You don't want to be here.
Great avalanche up from Sammy, setting up on 2. Albino, well, he's going to tank the gank for the rest of the team. Not that he has much of a choice in the matter, but he will stick around and just let them kill him off.
So my problem is, okay, you're kind of cutting your losses here, right? But it's too many times, I feel like. Then again, only 1k ahead on the side of Wildcard. Maybe I'm painting a grimmer picture than it really is.
I love the way Wildcard's playing. Just like, look at them go. Static Storm dropped, Kits is gone. Nothing they can do about it. And this kind of just... This tempo being set by Wildcard is something we didn't see the other day from them.
You know what's crazy? Like, they're setting this hard of a tempo, right? And at the same time, oh, Tiny just
Nice snipe.
nice snipe, yeah. At the same time, Wildcard, they're only 1k ahead. They're making moves 24/7, and the moves are connecting. It's just the state of this game, like the state of Dota, which we've been witnessing for the last, year and a half now. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
Storm goes in.
it's just not stopping.
Yep, another kill. Still 1k ahead.
Yeah, they can't even get the D ward off.
It's like, by the time you kill off a hero and you make that rotation, Prophet has already farmed just as much with, on some other side of the map, or Beastmaster has farmed as much.
They just seem very disconnected at the moment on Felt as well, right? Like, even with that D ward attempt from Albino, like, you're against the Storm Broodmother. Chances are they're going to make the jump if they see you as a Dazzle. And, yeah, I mean, he just doesn't get the D ward off. So that area just remains protected here for Wildcard. And, I mean, Felt, like, it's kind of one of those situations where it does feel like if you are a support, you want your team to join you so you don't just instantly die like that. But it's a rough game, to say the least here. 2k advantage, but it feels like it's a 10k advantage with the way this game is being played.
I agree. Like, I feel the same way. But, like, the balance sheet does not lie. They're only 2k ahead. It's still doable for Felt, even though it looks pretty grim.
But at least Hidden Immune's farming really well on the Prophet, right? Top of the net worth board, working towards his BKB.
The only problem is, like, what does he do with his items and all this farm, and what does Morphling do with his and all his farm? I think it's a different situation. Like, a Prophet with Maelstrom and BKB does not do as much as a Morphling that has a Dragon Lance, Lincoln Sphere, and one Ultimate Orb. So
that's a very sneaky Roshan take, though, from Felt. Like, that's something they probably shouldn't have gotten away with. But just sneaking it away. Wildcard probably not going to be too happy about that, so they do smoke up as 4 immediately. Rush towards the top side of the map. See who they can find. There are 3 heroes here from Felt ready to go.
how many smokes does Wildcard have? Did they...
I mean,
there is no spoon for...
it's been non-stop. Fade. Gonna get jumped here by Alone. Roar is there immediately onto the Storm. That's a lot of damage coming out from our Pango, and he's gone. Storm just melts. Sammy, in the meantime, he's in trouble now as Hidden Immune just going to go for the kill. Problem is Lil Nick's right behind him, getting to work, but Lil Nick, he might need some help too. Yuwa is going to show up on the Morphling, but he is now surrounded as well.
Morphling?
Oh, they're getting deleted here, Wildcard. They need a way out of this. Yuwa, he has waveform up in a moment. He'll be okay. But they lost their Storm alone. They lost Sammy as well, and this is all for the sake of killing off Fade. It's a rough fight.
He used Roar already, that's the issue. Like, he used Roar and you still... Yeah, you just go and commit way too much on the Beastmaster. I feel that they should continue playing the same way they did before, and that's eliminate the Dazzle immediately. Once you get him out, like, then you actually have enough damage to take everyone else. If you don't kill off the Dazzle, well, Grave on the Prophet, heal on the Rubik, it's just like you can't kill them off.
Yeah, I mean, props to the side of Felt. I mean, they're fighting back very effectively now. The thing is, like, Alone, he's just melting to the Pango damage.
I feel like that's the issue that we discussed earlier. Yeah, they're making all the right moves, and yeah, every single move is connecting, but they're still losing on network because no one is farming those Ancients. No one is farming while you're making these rotations. I mean, Morphling is, but that's it. Gleipnir mid lane.
Here you are, immediately caught out. No time to strength morph. He will get it off eventually, but it's too late.
Got him.
He will melt Felt.
Got him.
The comeback, doing a fantastic job.
They have no saves for him. He only has this Lincoln Sphere, and that's it.
A Wildcard once again kind of falling apart here in game 1. Very reminiscent of what we saw a couple days ago. It's just a fantastic start, but nothing after that.
Yeah, the tempo of Felt definitely picking up. I expected them to play this way from the get-go. They definitely took their sweet time a little bit longer. And I like, by the way, that Prophet went for Gleipnir. once he got that Aegis, he switched up from the BKB into the Gleipnir. I think that made a huge difference in these last two team fights.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you have Dazzle after all, like, and an Aegis. You really don't need a BKB at this point.
Sammy. Gonna be avalanched up here by Solji, but Alone gonna make the jump in. Problem is, Kids is right around the corner. Alone, he's forced to get out of there. Yuwa, he's gonna jump in, but there is a Hex out. Yuwa, still okay though, gonna back his way out of there. Or in fact, maybe go back in onto the Prophet. Albino Zebra in the meantime, trying to run, but will go down to the Dazzle. Now they can go after Hidden Mune. Yuwa though, trapped up. Fade trying to get to work. Roar is there. Lock him down. But can they kill him? The Strength Morph is still going, but they've got so much time. They'll just take him out.
They did lose Prophet twice, and now maybe even Beast.
Yeah, Fade still going. Kids is the real problem, just doing so much damage on this Pangolier.
Man, that glimpse just helped them out so much. Basically, who did he kill? He killed Disruptor. Brood. Okay, Brood is fine. He killed Disruptor, and Disruptor used Glimpse on Pango. So he got glimpsed back to where Tiny was, and he helped Beastmaster survive against the Tiny, kill him off. Anyways, like, overall, was it a good fight for Wildcard? As long as Morphling is dying, I suppose it isn't. Like, they did kill off the Prophet twice, but you can see now, 3k advantage for Felt.
I tell you, Kids is doing so much damage though. Like,
this defusal is crucial. Like, this defusal on him is just game changing. Versus the Morphling and versus the Storm Spirit. It's just winning fights.
On top of that, he also got one of the better neutral items, right? Like Brigand's Blade on a Pango. Like that. Oh, just so much damage can be dealt. And these calls, like, they're just lining up for it every time, and it's just too much. Like, you've really got to give props to Kids, because they were trying so hard to shut him down in the early stages of the game, and now he's third in net worth. Was second just a second ago. And Wildcard, I mean, they need some answers. I suppose it's all about buying more time now, because he has dropped fairly behind as...
Oh, he gets out, damn. Nice blink.
They're going to be just fine for now, but Felt, they don't look like they want to slow down anytime soon. They've got a BKB up on Hidden Mune, ready to go whenever.
That's it, right? Like, you have the BKB on Hidden Mune, on Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, whatever. He's gonna just jump in, you know, with the BKB and the Grave from the Dazzle. He doesn't really have to be afraid that much. He's a glass cannon, but then again, you have this Dazzle to save you.
Hidden Mune, very far forward, but obviously feels very safe with the BKB available.
Look at them, hiding all 5 of them. I love their positioning. This is, yeah.
And they've got that cliff ward on the side of the map, so
yeah, and some hawks, some boars running around. So they know what's happening. They know that Dire is on this cliff. So one good thing as well for Felt is that it's kind of hard to rat against them. They have this Furion, so he can always go back, come back into the fight. So the Brood's power is mitigated a little bit.
12 to 18 now. 4k advantage standing here for Felt. Felt, at the very least, surprising me so far in this game 1. Proven they do deserve to be in this Division 1. Is Yuwa currently being watched here by Hidden Mune. They could go for the Gleipnir around on the Morphling. He's agi-morphing right now. They'll break the Lincolns. Never mind, though, on the backside. There was a Vortex out. Static Storm dropped as well. Fade is being targeted on the Beastmaster. They want to get rid of that Roar, but the Shallow Grave's going to buy time, so the Roar does eventually come out onto Sammy. The Tiny, though, still alive for now. They don't have the follow-up damage for him.
Dazzle, gone.
Albino, yeah, he's been left behind. He will drop to boot.
Dude, you are forced Prophet out of the fight, right? Like, he got on top of him, forced him to BKB TP, and then he stole his form and he himself teleported into the fight.
Oh, beautiful.
So, yeah. I think Felt was like, yeah, look at these trees growing next to us. Our Prophet is coming. And then Morphling pops out. Nope. Gets wrecked, plebs.
Unlucky. I mean, that's the thing. Like, they sat in that tree line for so long. It's like eventually Wildcard was going to be like, okay, all right, we're come.
Yeah.
You guys waited long enough.
There are some big things coming for Wildcard as well. Big announcement coming. Announcement of an announcement. Of an announcement.
What's the announcement, Lizard?
The announcement is that one of their supports will announce something. MSS is announcing that he will buy a new item.
Aghanim Scepter.
Aghanim Scepter on the Disruptor.
Very nice.
Kinda big, not gonna lie. Also, Yawar, very proud that he has been reunited again with his Skadi. So he's got that for the next couple of fights. He obviously had it already, but we didn't really mention it. Huge versus the Prophet, versus the Pango.
Speaking of UR, did you see that Reddit post?
I did not. I'm not a frequent Redditor any longer. I used to be. I used to be constantly fiending it, but...
I mean, you may have seen it on Twitter as well. Basically, they Googled Samel, and it said, you know, esports pro player or something like that. And then they Googled UR, and it literally said Sumel's brother.
Oh.
That's... Whoever did that, I mean... I get the memes, but come on.
It's funny, though.
I mean, it is.
It is funny.
Are you getting
someone sent me that they Googled like lizard chat GPT. Not Google. They chat GPT like lizard Dota 2.
Yeah.
And chat GPT answered, I'm sorry, there is no one notable in the Dota 2.
Oh, unlucky, mate.
And then they did it again, and the answer was, what was it? Like, popular micro player, Lizard Dota 2, Linus Blumden, also known as Linus Blumden. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm sure.
It's all right, Lizard. One day you'll get the fame you deserve.
When I say someone, that was me. I Googled myself.
Oh, we've all done it. Don't worry. You don't want to Google my name, Lizard. Let me tell you. You're gonna see some things.
Man, I'm not gonna.
Don't
Do I
Google
need
mine.
incognito mode for this?
Bottom lane, hit and mute. Gonna be a bit of a jump here from UR, but the Sprout is out.
Michael Phoenix on certain Reddit.
Don't Google mine. Don't Google MLP, don't.
Right.
You know? There seems to be some association with me and some ponies. For some reason.
Ponies.
Sammy.
Okay.
Gonna get chased down here on the Tiny. Kids, he'll go for the Rolling Thunder out. Eventually should find Sammy, though he's gonna stand by the staircase. In the meantime, Albino got caught by the vortex of Alone, but doesn't go down. Still gonna be able to survive through it. And Roshan, once again, is available. The MSS now goes down.
He does go down, and they're just preparing themselves around this pit. By the way, Rosh almost killed off Dazzle there, but he survived. Props to Albino's Zebra, by the way. Didn't have the easiest game, does not have an easy game at all. He's playing into Tiny Storm, but he's still managing to survive, managing to position himself well enough to heal his allies, save them, and also save himself. He's gonna die this next fight, by the way. I cursed him.
Keep in mind, the axe is up now on MSS Disruptor, so could be absolutely massive.
If he was alive, it would be.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be alive very, very soon, at the very least. Little Nick is gone.
But he won't be able to help with this Rosh, though. I think this is gone. Maybe they can try 4 versus 5, but that's a risky damn play.
I mean, they've got the BKB now on UR, so they might think about it.
Yeah, and the smoke on Tiny. But they're too late. This is already gone.
Yeah, taking too long to try and set up here. Roshan is already down.
Maybe they can take a fight as they're leaving the pit.
That's what scares me, though, because now with the Aegis up, it's basically 4v6.
Rubik.
Mid lane, they are going to find Solji. Albino also around the corner, so they will pick off another. Goes for the Glimmer Cape. Meanwhile, Static Storm dropped. Oh, they found Hit Immune. And that's the Ags. Static Storm being dropped.
Storm is low, though.
He is low. Aegis is gone alone. He's going to TP out and be just fine. Yawar will do the exact same thing.
Perfect. Perfect from Wildcard. Tiny will fall in the end.
Worth it.
Yeah, but if you're Wildcard, you're happy with this. Felt, obviously, you got to sneak your Rosh, but unfortunately for them, they didn't manage to keep on that Aegis for way too long. They lost that, they lost the Rubik, and the buyback on the Rubik was expended, so... Nice little ninja move by Wildcard. I call these ninja moves, you know, when you go hit them when they're the strongest and then just run away.
Very sneaky. Love to see it.
It's a good play, overall. Really good play.
Ninja like Naruto Ninja.
Shut up.
Oh, Felt, they're looking to go high ground. I mean, there's 30 seconds without this Tiny. That's still a 4v5 scenario. I mean, you don't have the Aegis up, but you have a Beastmaster Prophet. This is going to be very fast pushing here from the side of Felt. At least a tier 3 tower surely to go down. This Wildcard, they're not ready for this whatsoever. It's gone. The Rack's also going very, very quickly. Lil Nick just disarming the Ancient Black Dragon.
What happened to our Wildcard dreams from that early game? All the rotations were fine. Got so many kills. But hey, welcome to Dota for 2 years now. You can get 30 good ganks and your net worth will be literally lower than the enemies that just farmed that whole duration.
Well, this is what I was saying though. Like 201, yeah, it was a bit of a stomp fest, you know, mostly 2-0s. But I do feel like this 202, like as the DPC gradually gets, you know, longer and longer, it does feel like the games are getting much closer. And it's just not as easy as saying Wildcard has this or Nouns has that, or even Shopify and TSM. I mean, they could find themselves in a little bit of danger. You never know.
Hey man, you told me just before the game started that this is easy tool for Wildcard.
Oh, shut up, Lizard.
And now you're acting like, yeah, I don't know what's... they're all good.
Snitches get stitches, Lizard. Don't do that to me, sir.
But yeah, I guess, you know, all the teams as patch didn't really change way too much. The teams are still pretty damn solid when it comes to the strategies, when it comes to the drafts. All the teams. So that's always helpful. Like, usually it kind of takes a little bit longer for lower tier teams to catch on to the meta, to the real meta of the patch.
Yeah.
But now there's nothing to catch on to. There's no more Lina and that's it.
You love to hear it. Still, Skadi now up on Hidden Immune. That's a great item against the Morphling.
Incredible.
Sammy gonna make the jump in. They have found a great target on the Pango, and they'll drop the Static Storm immediately to make sure he has no kind of gameplay. But here comes the cavalry. Hidden Immune's gonna show up, but they don't want the team fight. The Glimpse Away is gonna ensure the Prophet's not around. Still, he does make his way back in onto Sammy, but the Zip is there alone. Gonna try and make the jump in, but no, he's taking way too much damage. He needs to get the hell out of there. He'll get the TP just in the nick of time. But Yuar now, how does Yuar run? It doesn't seem like he'll make it. Yuar is gone. Lil Nick, he'll try to do the same, but he's been lifted up and brought right back to the ground.
Tiny as well.
Sammy's down as well. 4 down for the side of Wildcard. The only survivor is Alone. And I say that Alone is currently trying to fight Hidden Immune.
It's like they aren't able to do a lot after. Look, all these assassinations that they're doing are taking way too long and are taking way too many resources off of them. They do manage to kill the Pango, so what? I buy back, I come back into the fight, kill all of you. Really nice from Kits, really nice from Dazzle to keep them all like nice and healthy. And obviously from our boy Hitmonchan that just stands there and hits.
Well, you've still got some comeback gameplay here for Wildcard. Like, we didn't really mention it too much, but Alone does have the Ags up on the Storm. So he does have that many black holes in the vortex
but what's the
available.
combo? What's the combo? Like, usually if I see that, I want to see something big with it. In this game...
Static Storm?
Static Storm is great, yeah, but they still have this problem of bursting heroes down. Look, if they kill the Pango this time around in the Static Storm, he has no buyback, so there's an opening there.
Felt just looking so damn good here for game 1. 15k advantage now. Blink up on Fade to boot, so you got a nice way of just closing the gap, getting that roar off on whatever target you really want. And I believe it's the Storm they really want to start with if they can.
They have nice positioning here, though, on the side of Felt. They've really taken over the triangle. Spiders are scouting them out, though.
It's the hard part. Going against this Broodmother, like, she does have some nice vision.
Hawks on one side versus Spiders on the other.
Sounds like Australia to me. New map coming very, very soon to Dota 2.
Just need some snakes now, some venom. Brood.
Jump in is there. They do find Solji, but it seems like he's baiting. He had the Aeon Disc available, so he's going to be just fine. And it's actually going to be Lil Nick that's in trouble. Lil Nick, he is gone. Zip in, Vortex is there, but it's only on the Dazzle. At the very least, they do find one, but the Roar comes out. Fade, he shows off the blink. The mana is not there for Alone now. He is at the very least Invis.
Invis rune, yeah.
So he's gonna walk away.
Let's go. Where are your dusts? Why didn't you predict the Invis rune, you know?
It doesn't seem to matter anyway.
It does
Mega
not.
creeps are incoming.
One more on the top lane. Melee barrack remaining.
That's a very satisfying voice line, by the way, the sound that it makes. Like the can opening sound, you know?
Yeah.
It's just satisfying.
He says, now we're gonna play.
Is that what he's saying?
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Lizard.
No problem.
What language is that?
Russian.
Thank you.
No problem, no problem. It's I think he's Russian as well, this player, so.
Okay. Tier 4 towers, under siege. Wildcard, looks like they want to try one more time. They will defend. Alone, gonna zip in. He has found himself Solji. Here comes the Rolling Thunder from Kits. He's not gonna kick on anyone quite yet, but Sammy's been caught out by the Gleipnir. He'll buy back.
They glimpsed the Prophet away, so he's not a part of this fight any longer for 10 more seconds.
What a hero. If only he was level 25.
He'd take the other talent, just for the lols.
Yeah, I mean, he may as well at this point, considering how dominant this game has been for Felt.
I'm surprised by Wildcard overall. Like, good job by them to stay in the game, to not give up. Like, they do have a strong sort of late game potential with the Morphling and Storm, obviously, but 20k behind, mega creeps, good luck with that.
Yeah. It's a rough affair. That's the thing with these games, though. Like, you've got 2 slots in NA, right, to get a chance at the major. And while people might laugh, like, Wildcard for sure want one of those slots. So every game does matter for them. We felt. Well, obviously matters to them quite a lot as well.
For what?
For the major slots.
Of course, yeah.
People always laugh at me when I say that because they're like, oh, it's just going to be Shopify and TSM every single time. But, you know, there's going to be a tour where that's just not the case.
You just believe in this dream, you know, or where everyone is equal.
I'm not saying they're equal, Lizard.
You have faith in it. It's I call it the American dream. You have the American dream.
Everyone's got the opportunity.
Yeah. It's kind of, yeah. Let's not go there. I don't want to doom over the stream.
Don't be so anti-hype, Lizard. Come on.
I am anti-Dota capitalist.
Oh, I see. All right, that's one way to put it. Roshan, Ag's Blessing is available. They'll go for it, and it's just such a quick process. Like, this is without the Beastmaster. Now he'll come in, make it even faster for them.
Who do we give the axe to?
Who doesn't? Oh,
Rubik?
Solji. Why not?
Easy.
Very rare image right here, seeing a support actually getting one of the Roshan items. Never happens in my games, Lizard, let me tell
Is he
you.
going to be confused by the double steal?
I highly doubt it.
You think so? We'll see.
You'd love to still just the Storm spells, right? Like, just still Zip and still Vortex.
That's it. All you need.
Or Static Storm, of course. Also very, very strong.
You think?
Oh,
Might be.
maybe.
Might be a strong spell.
Alone. Currently alone in this bot lane. He's going to zip away.
Сейчас поиграем.
Chill game at the moment. Slowly, the noose is tightening. What way can they def, I wonder? Is there a way? Look at this Prophet.
No, sneaking through the tree line. Those Hawks just giving so much vision on the right side of the space.
He's got that Silver Edge to move in.
They're being very careful, though, not to throw this game away, because it is Felt's game to lose. Tier 4 tower does go down. So now the Ancient is exposed. Fade, he's going to make the jump in with the blink out onto Lil Nick. In the meantime, he is trying his absolute best to try and fight this one out. He does at least get the Aegis down, but they have found MSS on the Disruptor. And here comes the Prophet. Hidden Mune just doing so much damage here to Yawar. He'll try to waveform away, but he can't run.
I love the saves, by the way. That last fight from the Rubik, he lifts the Pango out of the Static Storm, and then he steals the toss, and tosses him from like a mile away.
And you question giving him the axe. How dare you?
He stole toss and static ramp.
So